Hello, I am Bernie Davies, International Master Coach, Business Strategist, TEDx Speaker, Publisher, and Best-Selling Author. And I would just like to speak with you today about a few things I'm going to unpack in my course that I'm launching soon. I'd like to talk to you about how you can get your inbox full with incoming business requests, incoming bookings, and never have to write another proposal. I want to talk to you about how you can transform your business by awakening your inner genius. I would also want to talk to you about how you can use your best product, which is you, and harness your uniqueness so that you can know yourself, embrace your blueprint, and be intentional about your brand. You know, a lot of us forget how we initially established our why in our business. And sometimes we need to redefine our how. Like, how do we actually get our ideal client? And how do we execute our what? That is what makes us different from our competitors. Why would they want to use us and not our counterparts? It's really important. And using these strategies that I'm going to share with you, I have managed to get myself a speaking engagement at the United Nations while I was jobless and just coming out of homelessness. I've been offered multiple government contracts. I'm a sought after expert and speaker for all of our nation's major banks, universities, government agencies, and local authorities. I'm a TEDx speaker and I get paid what I'm worth to speak. And in just 12 months, I achieved the above just by utilizing those strategies. I became a double best-selling author. I became a publisher of multiple best-selling authors. And I have been featured on all mainstream media, TV, and radio. So you might ask yourself, how did I do that? And you might be saying to yourself, well, I don't know if I necessarily want government contracts, but if your desired outcome is that you want new direction, clarity, or to fall in love with your business again, and if you do not have thousands of online followers and still want credible visibility, and if you want to be chased by your clients and not the other way around, and you want to make a valuable impact, keep watching. You see, it's all about what I call your blueprint. And what is that? We all leave one of those behind wherever we go, whether by default or on purpose. I always say that. And it is unique to you. You know, how do you cleverly imprint your blueprint? And how do you discover that? So there are several ways that I will go into when I go on to my training course. But for the moment, I'll just give you a little tip. One of the things I tell my clients, I say to them, okay, so who do you admire? Tell me 3 people, celebrities, some people out there you really admire. Yes. And then you tell me a couple of things about them why you admire them, traits. And they usually tell me. And then I say to them, well, has anybody ever told you that you have any of those traits? And do you yourself recognize any of those traits in you? More often than not, they'll say yes. Because you know what happens when we admire people? It's really deep calling to deep. It is a resonance because there is that in you as well. Yes? But then the other thing you need to ask yourself is, what else do I have about me that people say that is endearing, that is excellent, that's commendable? And it's different. Yes, it's different. So when you combine that with what you have in common with that person, you realize that you have an incredible blueprint waiting to hone, harness, and create as your winning personal brand, which you translate into your business brand. And then if you have a large organization, it then becomes your company culture. But sometimes one of the things that gets in front and stops us in our tracks, even when we discover our wonderful self, our wonderful traits, is confidence or the lack thereof. And I just want to touch on a few things. Arthur Ashe says, One important key to success is confidence, and an important key to self-confidence is preparation. So let me tell you something, guys. The most person that who's lacking in confidence or shy or nervous personality, that person can deliver any talk that they have prepared. They can deliver any paper that they've researched properly and put time in. Half of it is that we need to be prepared. You've got to put in the hard work, guys. If you are going to think that I'm going to tell you there's an easy way out, no, there's a simple way, but not everything that is simple is easy. Yes? So you've got to start by managing your mind. If you want to get this confidence monkey or the lack of confidence monkey off your shoulder, you've got to start managing your mind. It is the seat of everything. And I always say to people that the first 5 minutes you wake up in the morning are the most important minutes. That is when there is a battlefield for your mind. It's a battle for your mind. And you need to arrest all these thoughts. Yes? You take strength in things that people tell you you're good at. Do not fob it off. Please, guys, take it in, especially those things that you do so naturally and easily. And you think, well, what's the big thing about that? That is where you need to take your confidence. And that also could be an indicator of what you should be doing in business. But then that's for another, I'm not going to go into the whole program now, right? Think about what is important to you and where you want to go. Look at what you've already achieved, guys. Please do not be one of those people who achieve things and you never stop and say, do you know what? I've done a good job. Because if that's how you are, how are you going to encourage, especially if you're a coach or a mentor yourself, how are you going to truly encourage your clients if you are going to be not doing the same for yourself? It will not work. And fraud is always detected. Do not be disingenuous. I'm not teaching you now to be disingenuous. I'm teaching you to be credible, genuine, and authentic. Commit yourself to your success. You are worth it. Invest in yourself. Get coaching, get mentoring. You are listening to me now. Please do invest in yourself and learn more. Learn more. Guys, it is so important because you matter. You matter. I'll just read to you an excerpt from my book, my best-selling book, Your Business, Your Way. It says here about confidence. These are the key ingredients needed to build that confident brand, which is uniquely you. Established out of not only your understanding of the vision you have for your business and what it will do for others, but also having a clear why for your business. This is how you ascertain what moves and motivates you in your business. The why usually dictates the how of your service delivery and is the motivating factor that keeps you true to your core values. Now, come on now, guys, it's time to act. It's time to act. It's time to make changes. If you want to achieve something, you've got to, as I said, invest in yourself. And then when you invest in yourself and you get the tools, you've got to use it. You've got to utilize it. So start making changes. And one of the things that you need to do, if you're going to be looking at your brand, you're looking at yourself and how are you going to package yourself? Because that's what people look at. You newsflash, people are looking at you. That's what they look at, guys. How you package yourself, how you treat yourself indicates how you will treat them as customers. Okay. So how about booking a professional shoot? Employ a brand expert. Update your website. It is your selling tool. Let me tell you, half of us have websites that are more like brochures. And they're not even very well designed brochures. Now, you need to understand that your website needs to work for you. And there are clever tools that you can use, which I'll tell you more detail. I'm not going to it now, to where you can use your website and equip your website as a selling machine. You can take bookings, you can take payments, you can schedule your appointments, and there's so many more things you can do. So much data that you can get from various clever tools you use for your website. Engage a professional copywriter. It is worth it. Nothing worse than the rogue apostrophe. Yes. And yes, there are ways to get PR without spending a penny. Yes. But there are also times when you have to invest a little bit in PR for a few months, no more. And there are ways to get very affordable PR, guys. And if you want to be a speaker and you want to start getting paid for speaking engagements, this is what you need to do, guys. You got to start charging. It's simple. It is that simple. Whatever you want, you've got to ask for it. If you don't ask for it, you're not going to get it. So ask. You are worth it. But that's only after you've built your confidence and you understand who you are and what you have to offer, because you know that your how you actually execute your business services is incredible. You do it with integrity, you do it with excellence, you do it with care, you do it with consideration, and you follow up on your clients and you treat your clients well. When you know that, and when you know that if you're going to be wanting to speak, you know you do your work, you know you rehearse, you know you research, you know you're coming to them with a lot of value, then you should therefore then have no difficulty in charging what you are worth. Yes. And if you've never spoken before, you want to start speaking, start speaking. Start putting short videos out on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and just on the topics that you speak on and that you'd like to speak on. Yes. How else would they know you can speak? Yes. Another thing you can do as well is you can also set up and host events and have your colleagues join you and then make yourself a speaker. Yes, that's what I did. I made myself a speaker because I wanted to be a speaker. I called my business Bernie Davies Global because I wanted to go global. So when people saw me, they saw global. They didn't see a business, a new pivoted startup business. They saw a global business. Yes, that is what you've got to do, guys. And when you get good feedback on your talks, get them to review you on LinkedIn, because LinkedIn remains the main social media platform where you can get business. Yes, guys, all of the social media platforms are important and they work hand in hand. Instagram works closely with LinkedIn and Facebook as well, so you can show a little bit more of your personal side, because I can tell you, people buy you before they buy what you're selling, guys. So, you know, on LinkedIn, let me give you a little bit some little tips to tell you the kind of thing you'll be getting from me in my course. Your banner on your photograph is key on LinkedIn. That's what they see first. Yes. Your name is not just descriptive, it should be descriptive, it is also instructive. And so you've got to be intentional with it. So guys, what you can do is when you put your name, if you want people to know that you're leading with your speaking or your coaching or your mentoring, let that be, like, for example, me, Bernie Davies, TEDx speaker, coach or publisher, whatever one, you put that there, because people don't stay long on profiles. Another thing you do as well is on your about, please do not let your about be your bio. No, people need to know straight away what you can do for them. So your about should be telling them what you can do for them, or what you intend to do for them. Regularly update your featured post section on LinkedIn, because people don't go very far into your profile. So if there's anything you've posted, any speaking engagements, any recommendations, whatever you're doing, please get that up on your featured posts on LinkedIn. Very important. Always add articles and documents. You're trying to set yourself forth as an expert in your field. So therefore, you need to get articles up, get documents. Don't worry if it seems that people aren't listening or watching them. People who are seeking you out to find out what you're doing will see your articles. They will be the ones who look at your articles. They'll be the ones who will be looking at your documents. They'll be the ones looking at your feature. They'll be the ones seeing, is this person actually doing what? They're doing that. Okay, let me just ask them to speak. Then let me just ask them to join this panel. Let me just ask them to deliver this course. That's been my experience, guys. Yes. And join the relevant groups that complement what you do and engage in them. Okay, it's very important to engage as well. Okay, so remember now, right, what I said about your confidence. It's always working on your confidence. So while you're doing all of these things, you keep working on your confidence. You need to get people as well who you trust, yes, to come alongside you, to give you the strength in numbers, guys. To when you have any crises of confidence, they'll help you along the way. When you do a video and you think, is it okay? Oh, let them, you should have a little support network where you support. And if you don't have one, create one. Find people you think might be struggling, create one. And before you know it, you have people coming in as well who will be helping you. Surround yourself with positive people. And for crying out loud, let's have our appearance reflect positivity. People now need positivity more than anything else. That takes me right into what I call the key element, emotional intelligence. Oh, yes. And as women, we do have an unfair advantage with the emotional intelligence because we are at heart intuitive, aren't we? And we like to speak and we pay attention. Sometimes we listen, although our male counterparts might say we don't listen much. But everybody can learn the art of engagement. Everyone can. And so what we got to ask ourselves is, have we been bulls in the china shop? We just set up our business. We do some our logo. We get some website going, and then we go there and we start hitting people's inbox and LinkedIn, flooding them with what we want them to do, what we want them to join for us. Is that what we are doing? Guys, that's not good enough if that's what we're doing. It's not a one size fits all thing. We've got to start to figure out what kind of people that we are working with in business, and we need to adjust the way we approach them. We need to learn to read people in order to win them over and engage effectively. People buy you first and then they buy your products after. Okay, guys? And you will always break through that glass ceiling to the place you'd like to be if you do it gently. Yes, you have to have courage, confidence, resilience, and grace. No bully business. Qualify yourself, look after your health and well-being. All of these things, get your credible visibility by doing good things very well and by always making people know what you are doing. It's very important. And I cannot emphasize more that networking is key. We cannot do things. We go alone or not at all, guys. Networking is key. And I'll be talking about networking in my course. If you want referrals, give referrals. The best way to get something you want is to give it. Regularly have coffee on Zoom or Facebook or face-to-face with potential referral partners. That could be a center of influence or someone who does a complementary business to yours. Touch base with someone new in business and offer to help them. They could just know the person that you want to meet. You never know. 60 years of separation, you never have any idea what's behind people. So guys, people are some of who they were, what they were doing, where they are now, and where they're going. So never you forget that. Visibility strategies, we have so much to go into, but let me give you some little tips. Get involved in your world. Volunteer. Get involved in what's happening in your local community hubs. Offer to help at networking events. Signing people in. Meet and greet. Yes. Pay attention to what's happening in the news and on social media and in your networks. And get involved. Support causes and initiatives that resonate with you and your brand. Yes. So essentially, I'm going to close now. You know what I'm all about. I'm all about you awakening the inner genius. I'm all about you being a great business strategist, managing your mind, focusing on your strengths, embracing your shortcomings, investing in yourself, focusing on the basics, set small attainable goals for yourself and tick them off. Encourage yourself. That way, your confidence will be built up. And what did I say? Surround yourself with positive people. And I've got to end by saying, you've got to know yourself, embrace your you. You've got to do the work, but it is not too difficult. I am here to help you. Book a free consultation with me and I will show you how. Thank you so much for listening.